Because the first thing President Trump did, God bless it. They eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
It's not just the dogs and the cats. They're full-on vampires. And everybody still thinks I'm crazy, but I'm not crazy. They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human blood. They do. By the time we go into vote for Trump, and they will stop pretending to be asleep. You know what they say? You can't wake people up that are pretending to be asleep, but I pray to God, please wake up even those who are pretending to be asleep with the irrefutable truth of what the worst people on this planet are really up to. They are really up to that.
Just to be clear, she is praying that people will get more woke. That's literally what she's doing. She's praying that more people will get more woke. Okay.
There are so many victims. We don't stop these horrible communists. Do you hear me? I'm asking you to hear me. Stalinist, communists, with a huge helping of Nazi fascists thrown in, plus wanting a caliphate.
You know, when I started my YouTube channel, due to the bipartisan nature of the channel, I had a lot of right-wing and left-wing people that I could engage with. When the left was going crazy with the Black Lives Matter nonsense, and I was calling them out, I didn't have a lot of left-wingers, I had a lot of right-wingers commenting, and, you know, they enjoyed that, of course. But now that the right-wing is having their insanity moment, I don't really hear much from the right-wing subscribers anymore. It's mainly left-wing people that are commenting. That's just how it is. You call out one side, that side vanishes. You call out the other side, then that side vanishes. People only want to hear about how bad their political opponents are. But that's unfortunate because I'd really love to get feedback from conservatives in terms of, you know, what goes through your mind when you see the growing number of just insane people that are in the conservative movement. I mean, you could, for all the talk about the left has gone too far, there is no left-wing Roseanne Barr that's going to be invited to the DNC. Now, based on the rhetoric, you would say absolutely, and you would say AOC is just as crazy or something like that. But I don't know, man, that's a disconnected from reality assessment. I mean, that was absolute lunacy. There's nothing that AOC has ever done or said that comes anywhere close to that. I mean, this looks like, she sounds and looks like a crazy old lady on the subway who is drunk, high, or just lost her mind otherwise. And she's not an outlier. I mean, you have people like Kanye West, you know, talking about he loves Hitler. You have another drunk, because Roseanne, she drinks a lot. You have another drunk, Rudy Giuliani, you know, caught with his pants down, with his hair dye dripping down his face. I mean, just an absolute lunatic. You have Donald Trump's son, who always looks like he's on crack. You have Steve Miller, who just looks like such a goon. I mean, and then there's that other guy who played, I think, Jack Bauer's father on 24. I forgot his name. That old guy. I noticed a pattern. It's like older people that are suffering from some kind of mental issue, and then for some reason this movement doesn't reject them. This movement doesn't say these people are nuts, right? You could talk about how the Democrats suck and they're evil all you want, you know, and even though I may agree with that, I recognize that you're a lunatic, right? Just because you're saying things, some of the things you say I might agree with, that doesn't change the fact that I can see clearly with my eyes that Roseanne Barr is a lunatic. Rudy Giuliani is a lunatic. Donald Trump's son is a lunatic. Donald Trump is a lunatic. Steve Miller is a lunatic, right? It goes on and on. You look at somebody like Matt Gaetz, this guy's a creep, right? I would not be shocked one bit I find out that he had sex with an underage girl. The thing that people have been for all this time. Just like Diddy, rumors for years and years, right? And now it comes out. People have been saying that, right? People have been talking about Matt Gaetz, right? I don't know, man. I mean, if I were a conservative, how would I feel seeing the growing number of lunatics that are getting applauded, getting celebrated? Would that make me stop and think about my ideology and think about why it is that my ideology is so attractive to such lunatics? And there's lunatics on the left for sure, but they get ostracized, right? People who talk about, you know, we want to abolish the police. They're not welcomed in polite society, right? They're not welcomed in polite society. That they're in their little bubble. You're not coming to no DNC event talking about you want to abolish the police, right? Liberal media is not trying to entertain your talk about abolishing the police, right? But here is Roseanne Barr, special guest, being invited by, people to many of these large events. You have a clown like Tucker Carlson, a major right-wing journalist, what you want to call him, and he's there just acting like she's normal. And he knows that she's a nut. You can see it on his face. He's like, this woman is nuts. But he would rather pretend like this is normal so he can line his pockets with cold, hard cash while the audience is in their delusion, right? We're patriots. We're trying to save this country from the flesh-eating Democrats, the fascists, socialist, communists, Marxists. What the fuck? Politics in this country will just make you lose your mind, man. You have the most insane people acting like this, and then there's so much focus on the left has gone too far, the left has gone too far, they're just losing their minds. The left is losing their mind. Show me the left-wing Roseanne Barr, who is not just looks drunk, an actual drunk. Which Democrat, which left-winger is an actual drunk who's getting invited to DNC and a major left-wing journalist is having them on their show and acting like they're normal? Show me where they do that at on the left. I got a lot of issues with the left. Left talks a lot of craziness. But compared to what's going on in the conservative movement in this country, man, the left look like geniuses.